What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news show where we're going to talk about Koopmeiners having his last chance, and he could be up for sale in the summer if that's not already decided. We have Rocky, who's the head of the refereeing, coming out and saying, well, Tudor was right to be angry, but he put a but to it, and also a McKennie update and a quite surprising update on McKennie when it comes to him leaving. Maybe in January already, But before we get into it, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive straight into it. Okay, Koopmeiners playing, getting a chance, but there might be no chances anymore for him left because the reports are actually very clear. They're all the same, and now it's being pushed as of the next one up in terms of the next game. Atsic is, well, the guy. If we are going to change formation, and many outlets are alluding towards that is very much on the board for Tudor, maybe not for Atalanta, but in the coming games, then Atsic will be the guy who gets the trust because Allegri, because Tudor really likes Atsic. He's still back in Koopmeiners, and the club is hoping Koopmeiners comes good because the money invested in him, not by this board, but the previous board, wages, contract, the transfer fee, all those things, is so much, is so big that they just need to hope it doesn't fail. But let's be real, it's a complete flop. It's a complete flop, and Tudor needs to think about the team. So the chances might be completely done for Koopmeiners, because does anyone really believe, let me know in the comments, he comes back from this to playing good, to have an impact on the team, for everyone to do a 360 and be like, oh, in the summer, don't sell Koopmeiners. I don't think anyone believes that is on the board, that is possible, because he doesn't look like a footballer out there. That's a fact. Atsic, who shows glimpses, should be getting the call. And this is not about, oh, he's unexperienced. He is unexperienced. He will make mistakes. But so is Koopmeiners, and he has a lot of experience, and he's not helping. Getting chance after chance, he's actually helping the opponents in many occasions. So for him, it might be done. There might be no chance anymore. It might already be set in stone that he is going to be sold in the summer for any price at this stage, because we've seen that we are willing to take some hits here and there, because this is that bad. This is so worrying that even the reports are like, play the youngster in Atsic, and usually that doesn't happen in Italy. Usually that's not a thing in Italy, but right now it's actually a thing, and the media is pushing towards, well, Atsic might be getting the call. So that's the first part of the news. The other part of the news is Rocky, our good friend Rocky, coming out and saying that the pen, never a pen, the yellow card, always a red card, and Tudor was right. Tudor was right with what he said, but he also said, but, you need to be careful how you say certain things. That's always to kind of say certain things, to put certain things in, in perspective, where it's like, oh, but, the referee is, that, is wrong, but, I'm gonna say, you're right, Tudor, but, be careful. At the end of the day, Tudor was right. The fan base was right. The media was right. The referee was a disgrace, and it needs to be talked about. Were we good on the day? Absolutely not. We were horrible. But man, that was rubbish, from minute 1 to minute 90. That was awful refereeing from the beginning until the end. It's not about excuses. It was that blatant. It was that obvious that I think everybody was watching those things happen, and it was like, how is it happening? Not once, but twice. That reminded me of the Salernitana game. Remember when they put the line on Candreva, but they put the line, but Candreva was a bit further away, and they chalked out our late minute equalizer, I think it was, or a winner. Like, that's madness in the time of VAR. This is insane, and that's because, and that's what media are now saying, and people are saying, the VAR is looking it over and over, and they see a hand, and they're like, yeah, call the ref, and the ref gets called, and it's like, yeah, I see a hand, so I'll probably, you watch it, so I'm probably gonna call it. It's a disgrace. What's happening right now, it's a disgrace. It's not, worth the hustle. It's not worth the money. A lot of money is being invested. It's just not worth it when that is the end result. So Tudor was right, but we dropped 2 points. Then he went on saying, well, the Pisa game was also a shit show because Pisa should have had a pen, two actually. And I'm like, it's a mess. It's a mess. At the end of the day, referees make mistakes. But when you have so many images and you still make mistakes by not using the correct rules, then what are we talking about? So that's that part. Let's move on to McKennie, the final part of the video. And he's gone. The reports are saying that Tudor is just not a fan of McKennie. The money he's on, the club is not a fan of giving him that money. But the twist is that he might end up leaving in January, because in the end, he's not playing. Like, he got played at the back, I get it. But in his natural position, when you have players like Koopmeiners, or like in midfield, let me say in the midfield, when you have Koopmeiners who's not playing well, and Tudor's like, Atsic, you go out there, that's very much telling. That's really telling you if you are McKennie. Now, he has played for the club. I'm not a big McKennie fan. People know that. I don't rate him as a footballer because there are 1,000 of footballers like him out there. He has no special skill set, or he has nothing special where I'm like, we should keep that at the club. Or if we lose that, I'm like, oh my God, we lost that. And that goes for other players in the squad as well, by the way. But he is a free agent, and now we're at a crossroad. Are we gonna do the Gatti thing where we're gonna pay and extend the player who clearly is not good enough for this club and doesn't have the quality to be the real Juve again, to be a top club? Or are you gonna take the hit, let him walk in the summer, or hoping that somebody comes in January, somebody with an injury crisis, and you're like, you know what, you can have him for about 8 million and he wants to join? Or does he want the big bag as a free agent, or the big bag? Does he want the bag as a free agent? And again, that's a contract. He can do whatever he wants. Vlahovic is in that same situation. When it comes to Vlahovic, same scenario. Things could happen in January, but he can sign the big deal and a free agent, agent fee signing, etc. All those things as a free agent, that plays a part. That's on the players. But I think it's set in stone that many, many players are on their way out. Being that Locatelli, who could potentially leave, Koopmeiners, McKennie, Rugani, Kostic, Vlahovic. I mean, it's October, almost September, but it's shaping up to be an insane transfer window again in the summer, just by default, just because of the squad we have, the contracts we have, etc. But yeah, in the comment sections, let me know what you think about the McKennie thing. What do you think about Rocky coming out and saying, well, the referee messed up, and they got demoted to Serie B, which is not fair to Serie B teams? And what do you think about Koopmeiners? Is it done? Is there no way back? All the chances.